Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to every single one of you on this. Out of all days, it's not a Christmas day when the Lakers lose to our rival in the Boston Celtics tonight. But you know what, guys? It is what it is at this particular moment in the stage of the Los Angeles Lakers. They're still figuring out of what to do with their rotations, new lineups, and just trying to do whatever it takes to fix something before potentially the trade deadline that will obviously be on February. But the Lakers at this point can't make any trades at the moment because nobody is looking for trades at the moment. So I want to get into everything that went down tonight. And, out of all teams the Lakers lose, they lose to the Boston Celtics. I mean, it's just that's a game that you should not lose to. But you know what? What can I say? I mean, it's not anything for us to honestly dwell on. I have to say it is it just sucks. But at the same time, I mean, there was some effort that we saw tonight from the Los Angeles Lakers, obviously from Anthony Davis and also from from our role players, from Taurean Prince and his shooting and some defensive efforts from certain quarters in the game. But obviously, when it comes down to the lineup that was in play, it didn't work out this time. Obviously, the last time it did against OKC, but for some reason it didn't work out this time around. So I want to get into all the thoughts and opinions tonight that I have to say when it comes to this game tonight on Christmas Day. I hope all of you are joining, your Christmas, day with your families and friends, and happy holidays to every single one of you out there as well. So, and I hope this loss did not cause any, dread for this day, but, in any given moment, any given game, the Lakers continue to disappoint us in every single chance that they get. So I want to get into everything that went down tonight. But before anything, like always, please make sure to like this live stream and, of course, hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all you guys' love and support you guys have shown me all across social media and, of course, on this channel, ZLN on YouTube. We have a big following on Facebook, so please follow me there. We have about 6,000 followers, or no, 7,000 followers and 6,000 likes on Facebook. So we have a big community there. So go check me out there. I'll leave the link to that in the description of this live stream. And of course, just follow me on my other social media sites, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Threads. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this live stream so you guys can check me out. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let's just continue to grow this channel. I mean, give me a Christmas present by subscribing to ZLN on YouTube, and I really do appreciate if you do so, guys. Let's continue to grow this channel and continue to grow this this community that we have here on ZLN. So please be sure to do so. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get right into the Lakers' loss tonight against the Boston Celtics. Obviously, the first quarter didn't start off well. Okay, in the couple of minutes into the game, obviously the Celtics were beating the Lakers by 12 points, and the Lakers didn't score on them for at least almost like 3 minutes into the game. And at that particular moment, I knew at that particular moment it was not Celtics are doing in the Eastern Conference. So they're the number one seed for the reason that they are, and it's just pretty tough team that they were facing when it came down to it. But my hope is the Lakers will potentially bounce back from this, hopefully, and go into potentially the Charlotte Hornets. That's their next matchup that they'll be facing on the road, unfortunately. Lakers, I just have to say, I mean, since the start of the season, most of the games that we've been watching so far have been road games. And it's been pretty it just sucks for the players. I mean, for them to keep traveling and having back-to-back games on the road, and it's just ridiculous to the fact that the Lakers are have a big road schedule since the start of the NBA season. I was just hearing what the announcers were saying during the game is that 20 of the Lakers games were road games, and I guess what is it, nine of the games, nine other games were home games. So it kind of tells you that, it's not been easy for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to their, scheduling so far this season. And now with them losing another home game against all teams to the Boston Celtics, is just another situation where, the Lakers hopefully will catch a break. Hopefully they can catch a break, because it's not looking good so far where they're at within the standings. As I'm looking at my, there we go. When it comes to the standings, with this loss tonight, the Lakers are still within the 9th seed. I think that had to do with the Golden State Warriors losing to the Nuggets on Christmas Day too. So, and then I think the Phoenix Suns, I think didn't they play tonight? I think they played tonight. And no, they're playing right now with the against the Dallas Mavericks, and it could be a loss for them. So Lakers are secured where they're at right now with the 9th seed in the Western Conference with this loss tonight versus the Boston Celtics. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, hopefully the Lakers will just bounce back from this and hopefully go into Charlotte as their next matchup next couple of days, or maybe it's potentially on Wednesday, or no, actually on Thursday. So the Lakers have 2 days off to rest up, and hopefully for LeBron and Anthony Davis' sake, that they will potentially be healthy, ready to go for the Charlotte Hornets matchup, which obviously is going to be an easy one, hopefully, that they will accomplish. Obviously one of the worst teams, I believe, in the Eastern Conference, right? Or is it the Western Conference? So, the Charlotte Hornets are in they're the Eastern Conference. So, the Lakers could potentially, be one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. So it could be a possibility. So that's hopefully another win for the Lakers that they could bounce back from after the Celtics loss. So, and it's just a matter of time until the Lakers just find their rhythm, hopefully. And with the roads that they were dealing with, the scheduling that they were dealing with, it's just been hectic for sure. And we can obviously sympathize. I mean, the Lakers, when it comes to home games, they obviously win most of them. I mean, even though past couple of home games, Lakers should have been winnable ones. Obviously, the New York Knicks won, and also the Boston Celtics. So, it is what it is. But let's get into the Lakers team stats. And for my reasoning of how the Lakers were playing tonight, they were competitive, I have to say. They were competitive to the point that there was some effort on their part when it came to the second and third quarter. We saw a couple of times the Lakers have took the lead a couple of times, but it was just real quick. I mean, it didn't last long. So it seemed that the Lakers were really seeming to trying to win this game, but it just wasn't enough from the efforts that we saw tonight, especially of the lack of effort out of all players, LeBron James. We didn't see no effort on LeBron when it came to this game tonight against the Boston Celtics. Out of all games, even in the last game against OKC, he put up 40 points in that game, and yet you couldn't score against the Boston Celtics. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, maybe he's just having an off game. Maybe he's dealing with an injury or something. But out of all games, he should have really stepped up in this one. But, when it comes to the team stats, obviously the Lakers shot very well from the three. I mean, very impressive, I have to say. When it came down to the threes they were making, sure, the lack of shooting, the lack of threes not going in the second half from Taurean Prince were critical. I mean, this should have been obviously He should have made them, but obviously it wasn't enough for us to get over the hump. But obviously the Lakers shot around 40% from the three, with the Celtics 31%. So Lakers had a better shooting night against the Celtics. When it came down to the rebounding side, it was pretty even, I have to say. I mean, off by one. But, offensive rebounds goes to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, they were doing whatever they can to play solid defense against the Celtics. And then obviously when you look at the steals and the blocks, obviously the Lakers only made one block as a team, and that block went to Anthony Davis tonight, who had a great game out there tonight, guys. I mean, very impressive numbers out there, monstrous numbers for Anthony Davis out there tonight. Putting up 40 points out there tonight, shot one block, had 13 rebounds, and made two of his threes out there tonight. And that's rarely we don't see that from Anthony Davis, but he made two shots from the threes out there tonight and went 15 of 26 from the field. So he was showing what he was made of out there tonight on Christmas Day versus the Celtics, balling out there. But unfortunately, his dynamic duo in LeBron James lacked scoring and a lack of effort out there tonight, only putting up 16 points. That's unusual type numbers about how LeBron has been playing since the start of the season. I mean, the guy has been putting up MVP caliber numbers, and he was just rarely and unlike him to really put up some a bad performance out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. Out of all teams against the Boston Celtics, I mean, it's just a really bad performance out there for LeBron James. I mean, this is probably his worst game this season so far, comparing to almost 28 of them where he was putting up MVP caliber numbers. But, this one, he, out of all games, did not show up in this game tonight against the Celtics. So 16 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. When it comes down to making 1 3 out there and going 5 of 14 from the field, I mean, that's just right there that he was just not into it tonight. You can tell that he was just not into it. So he'll have potentially a bounce back game for sure against Charlotte. So and plus he'll have 2 days off. So maybe he's dealing with some sort of injury or something, or maybe he's tired or fatigue or something. 2 days off will, really help out LeBron and even Anthony Davis as well and the rest of the team. So able to be healthy, ready to go for that matchup on Thursday against the Charlotte Hornets. It's a road game. So once again, let's hope the Lakers will get a win on the road for sure. Just got a comment here from Adam. Welcome to the live stream, Adam. I really appreciate it. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. When we were down by 9 after the third quarter, we were still in the game. Ham benched Anthony Davis till 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. In the fourth, it was pretty much over at the paint. Yeah, I saw that too. I mean, I'm not sure. Still, Darvin Ham continuously making dumb decisions when it comes to his rotations. I still think that if Anthony Davis was still on the floor, I think maybe the Lakers would have probably cut that lead down to maybe potentially 5 or maybe something like that. So I personally think that it is a just bad decision making from Darvin Ham. I mean, even though it was a smart move for him to bench D'Lo because he has been, let's just say he sucks. He was suck. He sucked tonight in this game, and even in the month of December. So it was right for Darvin Ham to bench D'Lo, even though putting in Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, I think maybe Austin Reeves should have been in the starting lineup, in my opinion. I think he would have been a much better reliable player next to LeBron James that he can rely on. And we saw multiple times, and even till now, LeBron James always rely on Austin Reeves for anything when it comes to us winning games. And unfortunately, he went with a bigger lineup. And I think on paper, when you look at this matchup tonight, it obviously on paper was supposed to work, because when you look at the bigs and the players that were in the starting lineup for the Celtics, they were pretty much even of what the Lakers were. I mean, there were a bunch of bigs who obviously can play multiple positions. So I really think when it comes down to that, I mean, better rotation should be in play when it comes to certain matchups. And I think when it comes down to it, Darvin Ham should really consider potentially, maybe putting back Jared Vanderbilt back into the bench role, and maybe insert, or maybe keep him in the starting lineup, and maybe put Reddish coming off the bench, and have him be inserted into the starting lineup. I mean, maybe that's a better idea that maybe Darvin Ham should really think about. But we just have to wait and see. I mean, once we see the matchup for Charlotte on Thursday, which should be a winnable one, maybe the Lakers will potentially, have a much better rhythm if somehow Austin Reeves is in the starting lineup for sure. Thank you again, Adam, for your comment. I just saw your comment here. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays to you as well, and to everyone who is watching this live stream. So thank you again, Adam. I really appreciate it. You also wrote here, I think Austin should be in the starting lineup also. Yeah, I think I speak for almost all Laker fans when it comes down to it, because, when you look at the starting lineup right now, after the change for D'Lo coming off the bench, it's just lacked I mean, I don't want to say it lacked size. I mean, maybe in a sense that, these are all bigs. I mean, think about it. Cam Reddish is like 6'5", 6'6", and then you have LeBron who's 6'8". Then you have Jared Vanderbilt who's like 6'8", 6'9", and then you have Taurean Prince who's like 6'5" or 6'6", and Anthony Davis was like 6'9", 7 foot. So when it comes down to it, I mean, these are all big players. I mean, who can obviously play more small forward, who can play more power forward, more than anything, especially when it comes to Cam Reddish, who can play shooting guard and small forward. He's not known for being a point guard. That's why we've seen LeBron playing point guard lately. But I think maybe in this game, with him playing, point guard, it's kind of diminishing the Lakers' efforts, in the first half, especially in the first quarter, for them to step up and score. So I think realistically, Darvin Ham should really look into his lineups, his starting lineup, and really consider Austin Reeves for the starting role, maybe replacing Cam Reddish or maybe Jared Vanderbilt in the starting lineup, because it's just not cutting it. We need a guard, a combo guard who could, obviously help us when it comes to his passing ability, his shooting ability, and just bring that offense to the table, because it's not working at this moment. I mean, it sure worked the first time against OKC, but it was a whole different situation there. But I guess when it comes to top teams in the NBA, you need to make sure you put in the right players, and Austin Reeves at the certain position, like the shooting guard or the point guard position, will really help out the Lakers' flow in the game with their efforts trying to win us some games for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't expect the change to happen very soon, but I mean, maybe Darvin Ham will maybe potentially pursue that, but we just have to wait and see, because, D'Lo at this moment, he just has to stay where he's at right now. So, because, he's not cutting it as the point guard for this team, and his efforts and him trying to step up for the Los Angeles Lakers and carry the load off of LeBron and Anthony Davis is just not working. I was watching First Take actually this morning, and Shannon Sharp said that D'Lo is not Lakers material, which I kind of agree with that notion, because this is the second time as a Los Angeles Laker where he hasn't been the shining star that obviously carried the load off during that time, with the great late Kobe Bryant, that he was just not cutting it. And, he was just not the guy that was going to lead this Lakers team to winning games and winning, approaching the playoffs or even winning championships. And, he's just not a championship caliber guy. So I just think the Lakers should look for somebody in in trades out there that will obviously be a game changer for us, but we just have to wait and see who's available for the Lakers to potentially pursue. So, and it's a long ways. I mean, we have 2 months remaining for us to, see what's out there. And maybe until the trade deadline, some trades will start to emerge very soon. So obviously we all know about Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and Alex Caruso. And now recently with there's a player that Jordan Clarkson comes to mind as well. So there's a lot of names out there. And also the Lakers need to look for another center because obviously Jackson Hayes, as you can see from just the stats in front of you, he's just not cutting it. He's really not cutting it. And it obviously, kind of scares us because at the same time, he's supposed to be the guy that's supposed to carry the load off off of Anthony Davis, who is playing through injury, I have to say. I mean, even though he put up 40 points, he's still playing through injury. And that the guy is still showing that, he still needs help out there. So, and, with this new roster lineup in play, for Anthony Davis to play center all the time, he's still showing his emotions. That's the same with LeBron, who doesn't want to play point guard all the time. So, we could expect potentially a center to potentially be pursued by the Los Angeles Lakers, via trade or whoever is available in the buyout market after the trade deadline. So, because the Lakers still have that 15th roster spot, so they could potentially sign anybody. They're still Colin Castleton, who's in the G League, that the Lakers could potentially bring in if Jackson continues to not step up and carry the load off of Anthony Davis. But, we just have to wait and see. So just want to put that out there when it comes down to it. But yeah, Adam, thank you again for your comments. I really appreciate it. And yeah, for sure, Austin Reeves, I think should be in the starting lineup instead of either Cam Reddish or Jared Vanderbilt. That's just me. I really appreciate it. Let's see here from Rabbit. Welcome to the live stream. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. Rui missed 7 threes. Yeah, I'm seeing the stats right now. When it comes down to his 12-point performance, some of you may say, okay, he put up 12 points. Well, that was during garbage time. It was like in the fourth quarter where, Lakers needed to put some points up. And I think Rui Hachimura wanted to put some stats up. And that's what he did out there tonight. I mean, he went 2 of 9 from the three. I mean, that's not impressive for a guy who started to make threes in like maybe 4 or 3 minutes remaining of the fourth quarter, where he was shooting threes. Like where was that during the first, second, and third quarter where we needed it, especially in the third? But I don't know. Rui Hachimura, 12 points, all right, but doesn't mean anything because we lost the game against the Celtics. So for sure, I agree. He missed 7 threes. I think he should really stop making threes. I mean, maybe not making threes, but make less threes and go to the lineup, make mid-range shots. Do what Anthony Davis does. I mean, Anthony Davis, is a perfect example for a guy who rarely shoots threes, but he makes mid-range shots 100% of the time and goes for layups, goes for dunks. I think Rui Hachimura should really read the Anthony Davis rule book and take his skill set and add it onto his repertoire, in my opinion. So thank you again, Rabbit. I really appreciate it for your comments. Let's see here again from Rabbit. I don't think that or nice threes should threes. Shoot threes. Okay. He hasn't made a 20-point game in 30 games, 30 starts. Okay. And I know they want to spread the floor, but most of our players are shooting the three. Yeah, I mean, Rui Hachimura is not known for shooting threes. For sure. But when it comes down to it, when he does make them, he needs to make sure that he knows this is going to go in. I mean, but I don't know. It's just a situation there where Rui Hachimura is, for him to miss 7 threes out there. It's bad enough. I mean, the best shooter out there tonight was Torian Prince, who had a great night. He had a great night with 17 points out there, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, went 5 of 12 from the three. I mean, he made most of the shots for the Los Angeles Lakers, but as you can see, he attempted 12. And, it's just, there were some shots that were supposed to be really critical for the Lakers to, help us win this game. And it all happened in like third and the fourth quarter where he missed some shots that were key, that should have been key to the Lakers taking the lead that they were on and expanding it. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. And Torian Prince really let us down when it came down to that particular moment where the Lakers really needed to gain some momentum against the Celtics in the third quarter, where correct me guys if I'm wrong. Was it the third quarter where the Lakers took the lead, at one point? I might be mistaken, but it could be true. The Lakers they took the lead at one point, but then it gotten away from them real quick in the third quarter. But I might be speaking true here, so for sure. When it comes down to it, guys, I mean, this is a very sad night. I mean, obviously, out of all days, the Lakers lose on Christmas Day. Against the Boston Celtics, our rival. So it is what it is at this particular moment. So let's see here from Adam. I was trying to say Prince should not just shoot threes. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you were talking about Prince. I thought it was Rui. Yeah. I mean, Torian Prince, as I said, he's known throughout, being on the team so far that he is a guy who can, shoot for us. He's a 3-and-D caliber guy. But at the same time, I actually do agree. He needs to make maybe less threes and play better on defense. Maybe. I mean, that could be Lakers potentially a better success if somehow they do whatever it takes to. Okay, here we go. Am I muted? Why am I muted? Muted. Why am I muted? Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it all working out now. Thank you, Rabbit and Adam, for pointing that out. For some reason, I was working. I lowered down my volume on my speaker. Uh, sorry about that. For some reason, I don't know. I was just I read a comment from Rabbit here, and he said there's a delay echo, and I just like, okay, then it was probably my mic, and I don't know. So my apologies about that, guys. I really appreciate your patience with me, and thank you again. But get into what I was talking about with the comment here. Um, yeah, with Torian Prince, you know, there's certain nights where he does shoot well, and for these past couple of games, he's been shooting very well for the Lakers. I mean, I have to say, his shooting efforts has been very helpful for these past couple of games that we've been seeing from him. And you know, even though he's just shooting very well, his defense has been lacking. And you know, for the lineup that Darvin Ham is putting in play, it's on paper it's impressive still. I have to say it's impressive still. The Lakers at this point, they have a really good defensive caliber lineup that could obviously stop a lot of teams in their tracks. But you know, when it comes down to this type of game, it should be change up at times with Austin Reeves being starting lineup to add some offensive caliber type of lineup with him. So I have to say, you know, it is just another situation where you know the Lakers and Darvin Ham really need to figure out what sort of lineup should be in play and how things should be potentially work out for the Lakers moving forward before the trade deadline. Because at this moment they can't make any trades, so they're stuck where they're at right now with this type of lineup. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, we have to deal with what we have in front of us before Lakers can make any sort of trades or any teams finding interest in certain players that we have. So we just have to wait and see for sure. And thank you again, Adam, for your comment. I really appreciate it. I think I already talked about that. Um, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going through all the. Okay, there's still an echo there, though. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Um, okay, yeah. I mean, if you're hearing an echo, it's probably from my phone because I having the live streams being played right now on my phone. So if I can hear myself and if there's like some sort of problem, I can fix it real quick. So sorry about that. I really appreciate you pointing it out, Rabbit and Adam. Thank you again, and sorry for the microphone being muted. I thought there was a problem, so I don't hear an echo. Okay, so I think I'm doing good. I think because I probably lowered down the volume off my phone. So thank you again, Adam. I really appreciate it, and hopefully things will continue to be all right moving forward. So thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it. Um, but let's continue on with the stats here and what we saw tonight. Obviously, D'Angelo Russell having a bad night once again. Compared to last time, you know, he played better. You know, obviously coming off the bench against OKC, but I guess when it came down to this one, his efforts was lackluster, and it just shows you that you know his fit with the Lakers now has not been a great one. Even though it worked a couple of times, and even last season where we really needed it, and really needed some help, and obviously, you know, uh, D'Angelo Russell has been very helpful for the Lakers at times, but at the same time, you know, it's just been pretty bad lately since the start of the season, and it's been he has some off games, similar to what Anthony Davis goes through, but at least Anthony Davis, he puts up the numbers and does wherever he can to help the team out. And so far, D'Angelo Russell has been doing that for the Lakers, and it's unfortunate. That's why I'm expecting the trade to happen very, very soon when it comes to a trade package surrounding D'Angelo Russell. So expect him to get traded very, very soon, guys, because it's just not working out. It's not working out. And for him to have a bad game coming off the bench, it's just pretty bad on his part, in my opinion, when it comes down to it. And then you have Austin Reeves having 11 points, went 2 of 3 from the three. So had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Like I mentioned, and you know, I'm on a loop by saying this again, but Austin Reeves, he should be starting for the Los Angeles Lakers. I think his efforts will be much needed instead of D'Angelo Russell in the starting lineup. And, just the chemistry that LeBron and Austin Reeves have, and even Anthony Davis at the same time, really helps out the Lakers. Helps us win games too when it comes down to his efforts offensively. And this lineup that we have, it looks good and all, and I think it will be a threat to other teams defensively. But the Lakers are lacking offense, and obviously you have LeBron and Anthony Davis who can obviously, do a lot of damage offensively. And even you make the argument for Taurean Prince, who is a 3D caliber player. We need the offense, and that's what Austin Reeves can bring to the table, helping the Lakers in the starting lineup. So my advice to Darvin Ham, consider Austin Reeves in your starting lineup for the next matchup potentially. So that's my 2 cents to Darvin Ham when it comes down to this decision. And I think I speak for a lot of Laker fans when I say this. So just want to put that out there when it comes down to it. Just got a comment here from Adam once again. I think D'Lo is giving up on the team a little because he knows he's getting traded. Yeah, I mean, it's just the reality. I mean, most players feel down in the dumps because they feel they're knowing the trade rumors and that their name is in it. And sometimes players do lack effort when they hear that. So obviously, if he's doing that, then I don't want to say shame on him, but at the same time, it is this is the industry. This is business. I mean, if you're not showing the effort that you're supposed to be since the start of the NBA season, then you're going to be ending up in trade rumors. I mean, there's just no other way to sugarcoat it. I mean, it is the reality of the situation. When you're not producing, it's just like what Shannon Sharp said on First Take. D'Angelo Russell is not Lakers material. When it comes to players playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, there's a standard. All right. It's championships or you're a bust. Simple as that. And that's been what the Lakers formula is for many, many years in the in the franchise history that we won championships. I mean, we have 17 for a reason. So, it's not because, we're lucky. No, it's because we had some really good players: Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Pau Gasol, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. I mean, we bring in stars to the Lakers and they win us championships. I mean, it's just a storied franchise that's known for winning championships, and the players that are around them are capable of helping us winning championships. Then you're part of the history. So, and I think D'Lo is just not Lakers material. And I absolutely agree with what Shannon Sharp had to say when it came down to D'Lo and him getting benched. You can go watch it. It's on YouTube, so you guys can check it out on ESPN First Take. And Shannon Sharp was dead on when it came down to that analysis. I mean, because it's not showing. I mean, where was the effort that we saw from him last season after the trade deadline, where he was giving us 18 to 20 points a game and showing effort? He's not been showing that lately. Even in the month of December, he's averaging 9 points a game. I mean, and shooting around 25% from the three in December. Okay. His stats last season is not comparing to what he's doing now. So for him to feel all down in the dumps, giving up on the team just because he's in trade rumors, I mean, give me a break. I mean, show effort, be the third option for the Lakers, like you were supposed to be, and just help us win games. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't know. It's just me. I mean, I think I speak for everyone when I say this. It's just, you can go on his podcast and, bitch and moan all he wants, but it's the truth. You don't show effort because, this team is capable of winning games with his help, with his effort. But for some reason, he hasn't been showing that. And the Lakers have been really they've been losing a lot of games that should have been winnable ones. And it's because of the lack of performance off of D'Lo. That's why he's in trade rumors, because the lack of effort is putting you in that situation in trade rumors. You try to step up, you try to put up the numbers, then you won't be. And I think you weren't at one point. But I think because of his contract, it was just destined that he was going to get traded. So regardless, of his, maybe that's why. Maybe because he heard the trade rumors before the NBA season started, because he signed to a contract that it was just destined for him to get either traded, and plus he declined his no trade clause. So it's just, once you do that, when you were negotiating this offseason with Rob Pelinka on a new contract, you were going to get traded anyway. So for him to feel this way till now and not showing effort, and the Lakers, have the record that they're having right now with the 9th seed in the standings, totally unacceptable. Be professional. That's all I have to say when it comes down to D'Lo and his of him giving up on the team, because I think he did. I don't, it just shows that he's not Lakers material. And I hope the next person that we bring in, he will bring the Lakers mentality and the winning mentality, and hopefully it'll be great for sure. So, yeah, for sure. Thank you again, Adam. I really appreciated you bringing that out. I really wanted to, I just let everything out when it came down to it. So thank you again, Adam. I really appreciate it. You also wrote here, what's your ideal starting lineup? When it comes down to this team, it is obviously you have LeBron and Anthony Davis. They're part of your lineups. And then you have obviously Austin Reeves. I think Austin Reeves should be in your starting lineup as well. Let's see, Vando. Vando was very helpful last season when he was in the starting lineup with us. He was a big help for Anthony Davis carrying the load off defensively. And I think it was really helpful for him to be part of that starting lineup. Now, for that 5th one, it's kind of a toss-up. Taurean Prince with his 3-and-D caliber self, I think he's capable of helping the Lakers out in a big way with his shooting and his defensive caliber self too. So I think that's my lineup. But Rui Hachimura, it's kind of hard to say because, you have Jared Vanderbilt. You have Jared Vanderbilt, who's another big, who obviously can you have to think about the shooting guard position. So you could go to Austin Reeves. Maybe LeBron will play point guard. Small forward could be Taurean Prince's role. Or it can't be Rui, because Rui is more of a power forward than a small. I mean, he can play the small forward, but, that position could really go to Taurean Prince. Then the power forward could either go to Anthony Davis or Jared Vanderbilt. And then the center can go to either one. I think more to Anthony Davis because he has more inches on, Vando. So when it comes down to that, so just saw your comment here again. But yeah, that's my lineup. LeBron, Austin Reeves, either Taurean Prince or Rui, but it's mainly Taurean Prince. Then you have Vando, and then the other guy could be Anthony Davis or Vando, but I think it's more Anthony Davis at the center position. So, but they can obviously rotation wise could switch up at certain positions with Vando and Anthony Davis. Just saw your comment here, Adam. I like LeBron, Austin Reeves, Rui, Vando, and D'Lo. So that's your lineup. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that particular lineup, and that's more realistic instead of having Cam Reddish. even though Cam Reddish defensively has been helpful for the Lakers in the starting lineup. His defense has been helpful. Sure, he can shoot a couple of times in certain games that will obviously help us in a big way. But I can honestly say when it comes down to it, um, Cam Reddish, his role on the team and the starting lineup could be much needed defensively coming off the bench. Now it's kind of hard to say because Cam Reddish lately defensively has been helpful for the Lakers. Now maybe not lately for the past couple of games he's been lacking, but since he got inserted into the starting lineup, Darvin Ham did something good with the starting lineup by having Cam Reddish being starting lineup, playing defense for the team than offense. Now we saw a couple of times that he makes threes, but they're not accurate half the time. So he's not, and he also is not known for being an offensive type of player. So defense for Cam Reddish is helpful for sure. But if I had to put in Austin Reeves over Cam Reddish, I'm going to do so for sure. So I absolutely agree with your lineup. Thank you again, Adam. I really appreciate it. Just got a comment here from Terry 2B T. But I'll call you Terry. Welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate you joining. Do you think Ham is the right coach? He don't make the necessary changes. He just doesn't seem to care to me. When it comes down to it, let's just say his rotations lately has been disappointing for sure, especially when it comes down to in his second year in the NBA. I mean, he's still a rookie in my eyes when it comes to a first-year head coach. So he's still learning the ropes in his second year. So, but when it comes down to his accomplishments in these past 2 years now, we entered the Western Conference because of him, and we won the NBA in-season tournament because of him. And for him to develop players like Cam Reddish and Vando, or maybe most of that had to do with Phil Handy being part of his coaching staff. So he has a good coaching staff. I can say that. He has a good coaching staff. So, but as the right coach, I want to say yeah, but there's no other coaches out there that the Lakers could potentially pursue. I like Phil Handy. I mean, he has a good relationship with the roster as it is, especially with LeBron, with him coaching him for multiple teams with the Cleveland Cavaliers and now with the Los Angeles Lakers. And we won a championship because of him too when he was part of Frank Vogel's staff. So, having him part of this coaching staff has obviously been the best move the Lakers organization had to make, by having him part of Darvin Ham's coaching staff. So I hope I answered your question. I have to say, I think he is the right coach of where we're at right now, but his bad rotations has me this close to say that we need a coaching change. But I just don't think that we haven't reached that particular point yet. I mean, I know there's a lot of frustrations of all Laker fans because of his dumb rotational decisions, and especially in today's game. I just saw a comment from Adam, or maybe it was Adam, or maybe it was Rabbit, where they said that, or maybe it was Adam actually. It was Adam when Darvin Ham subbed or benched Anthony Davis when the Lakers were down by 9 points. I mean, it was just a bad decision making on his part. So, but at the same time, we all have to remember he is still learning as a coach. This is his second year as a head coach in this league, or as a rookie. But at this moment, the accomplishments that he made so far, in his first year with the Western Conference appearance. Uh, and then you won the first ever NBA in-season tournament. I mean, he's doing something right, but you know, he just needs to do better. That's all I have to say. Thank you again, Terry, for your comment. I really appreciate it. From Adam, uh, Phil Handy would actually be a very good coach. So would, um, yeah, Quinn. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Phil Handy, I have to say, he earns a head coaching job. He really does. Just the way he develops his the young players with Vando, and then you have Rui, and then you also have um, I just mentioned the player, um, or maybe it was Rui, and then Vando. He really knows how to develop young talent, and for a guy who is capable of really helping this team out the best he can to develop them over the summer and during his camps um, and his just the way he just developed talent. It's deserving of a head coaching job. And you know, if Darvin Ham continues to have some woes in his rotation and his just bad lineups, don't be surprised if somehow he gets fired for some reason, and somehow the Lakers will have Phil Handy become the next head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, or maybe step in as the new head coach. And maybe they'll look for a new head coach. But who's out there? Who's out there at the moment that the Lakers will potentially pursue? I mean, there's Doc Rivers. There is Mark Jackson. Those are the only two guys I could really think of at the moment. Quinn is also a guy for sure. He's a former assistant coach for the Lakers, so we all have to remember that. But Phil Handy, he deserves it. He deserves to be a head coach in this league. And I think given the opportunity, if he sticks for another year with the Lakers as the assistant coach, maybe he will be the next in line to potentially get the role. Or maybe, I don't know, what does Jason Kidd have left in him? I mean, does he still remain with the Dallas Mavericks? I mean, I don't know. But, there's a lot of head coaches I can really think about. I mean, what's his name? The guy from 76ers head coach. I forgot what his name is. His name escapes me at the moment. But he was a guy that the Lakers were obviously going to look for. But obviously, he is doing well with the 76ers, and they are winning for sure. So, when it comes to excuse me, sorry about that. When it comes down to it, I mean, it's just it's just it's hard to say who could potentially be the next head coach for the Lakers. At the moment, Darvin Ham, his job is secure. His contract matches with Rob Pelinka. So, once he enters his third year as a head coach, is where all eyes will be drawn to him when it comes to his job for sure. So it sort of remains to be seen if the Lakers will potentially, do something to potentially replace him. Maybe to look at Phil Handy. Maybe to look for a lot of what's his name? Sorry, guys. Oh, Nick Nurse. That's the name. God, it was in my brain. I had to let it out. Nick Nurse. Yes, he would have been a great head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, but, he's doing a great job over there with the 76ers. So, missed opportunity. The Lakers should have pursued him, but, Doc Rivers is available. Mark Jackson is available. Phil Handy could potentially be a candidate. But at the moment, Darvin Ham is the head coach, and still learning. Um, I don't think he doesn't care. I really don't think so. The guy does care when it comes to his players and how to develop them and giving them opportunities to play. I mean, giving certain minutes to certain players, which I still question at times because I think I don't know why he's not playing Christian Wood as much. Uh, which I don't know. I saw a post. I don't know. A fan put up a post on Facebook saying that when Christian Wood plays 25 minutes a game for the Lakers this season, the Lakers are, I think last time I checked, I think it was like 14-12 as their record. But when he plays less minutes, the Lakers are 9 of 19, or maybe 9 of 15 as their record. So, when he's not part of the Lakers rotation, we end up losing games. So it's just, I don't know, Darvin Ham really needs to consider having um, Christian Wood as part of his rotation for the second unit, giving him opportunities instead of Jackson Hayes, in my opinion, because I think there's a little bit upside for Christian Wood than Jackson Hayes is. So I don't know. That's just me. I think give some more opportunities for Christian Wood, in my opinion, and give him more minutes instead of Jackson Hayes and even Max Christie. I don't want to see a lot of opportunities for that guy because he's just not cutting it. We need guys that have experience and can obviously bring a lot to the table for guys who can help out Anthony Davis and LeBron out for sure. So, I mean, that's just me. I think given the opportunity at certain minutes that that Darvin Ham gives him, he could obviously help out the team in a big way. But I don't know. That's just me. So, um, I just got a comment here from Adam. Sorry, I gotta go, but I enjoyed the talk. Merry Christmas. Yeah, you too. Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, and thank you again for your comments and your that you put up here. I mean, we really got some really good conversations that we really talked about. So, thank you again, Adam. Happy holidays to you. You have a good night, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you again. So, with that being said, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. We honestly we went up freaking 1 hour almost. So, and I loved it. I loved it every single minute of it. So, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Rabbit. Thank you, Terry, for your comments. I really appreciate it. And let's hope the Lakers will bounce back from this. My hope is that they will. They will be facing one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference in the Charlotte Hornets. So it could be an opportunity for them to get a win there. And hopefully they will be healthy and ready to go with 2 days off. The Lakers will be rested up for sure. Hopefully they'll be 100% ready to go for that matchup and get that win in an easy, convincing way, on Thursday. So that's our hope for sure. So once again, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Please give me your thoughts about this Lakers loss tonight against the Boston Celtics on Christmas Day. And what do you think about Anthony Davis's performance, LeBron's, just anybody that was obviously playing well or not playing at all that well, just in general, please give me your thoughts about the state of the Lakers at this moment. Do you think some changes should happen real quick? Or do you think the Lakers should manage what they have with certain rotations, certain lineups until the trade deadline? Because obviously a trade will happen. There's no doubt in my mind a trade will happen because it's needed so the Lakers can turn this season around for the better so they can be competitive in the Western Conference. We just have to wait and see, and hopefully the Lakers will continue to just do what they can to win games in convincing fashion, and hopefully they will potentially achieve that very, very soon. So that's my hope. So thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next live stream. and the next video. Please follow me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So I really appreciate all of you. If you follow me all across social media, I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this live stream so you guys can check me out. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Please give me a Christmas gift by subscribing to ZLN on YouTube. Tell your friends, your colleagues, your friends out there, Laker buddies, to subscribe to ZLN on YouTube. Let's continue to grow this channel. With your love support, we can honestly reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this season, hopefully. So that's my hope and that's my goal for sure. So, and once again, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. And I'll see you all in the next live stream, in the next video. I just saw your comment here, Rabbit. Thank you again, sir. I really appreciate it. Good night to you, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to every single one of you. Take it easy, guys.